What is good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Hats and welcome to another PE News. Today we're discussing Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze being removed from the Wii U eShop, a Pokemon-inspired RPG called Temtem coming to Kickstarter, and Dark Souls Remastered. We have info on the online network stress test, so let's go ahead and get right into this. And we are starting off with Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on the Wii U eShop has been removed, with the upcoming Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for the Nintendo Switch coming out this week. So some people are really upset about this because the game is being removed from the Wii U eShop digitally and they feel that the game is not going to be in circulation anymore. But that is not the case. You can actually still get a digital download card if you want to from Amazon and other places out there. So if you want the game digitally on the Wii U eShop, you can still get it. Or if you want the game physically, which in my opinion would be better because you get the awesome artwork, you actually get a disc, and the one cool thing about the Wii U compared to other modern systems or systems that came out in the 8th generation and beyond is that you don't need any extra download with the disc version of the game to your HUD. All you need is the save file space. You can play the game straight off of there, not have to download the whole game to your HUD or part download the game or anything like that. So the physical version would probably be the best bet if you want the best price and everything when it comes to Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. So I wanted to make sure people did know that because some people were freaking out and thinking that the game is no longer available at all if they wanted to get a Wii U. But no, you can still get the Nintendo Selects version, which is still $20. Now Nintendo has removed buying the digital option on their website, but they do point you in the direction of the physical option that you can buy at Amazon or even some GameStop locations. So it's not like it's completely gone anywhere. Now here's the thing though, guys, a lot of people have been upset with this because it's a full priced port and they're not adding enough significant content in their opinion. Funky Kong and the 1080p resolution is not enough, and the natural features of the Switch being able to play anywhere is not enough for some people. So I can understand from that point of view. I definitely get it, guys. Trust me, I know. Like, to have a game that was $50 at launch on the Wii U and it's $20 at this point, and then to have it to be $60, so $40 more on the Nintendo Switch is a bit tough for some people to swallow when it comes to it. But it is a port. If you want to play the game, there's cheaper options in order to play the game. If portability isn't a big thing to you, then there's no need to pay extra for the portability. So I get it from both sides. Then I get it from the other side where people are saying, well, you know what, this game should have been $60 in the first place. This game should have sold a lot better because nobody really bought it on the Wii U. I mean, people bought it. It sold over 1 million. But for how quality the game is from a 2D multiplayer standpoint, enough people didn't buy it. So some people are saying, you know what, this game should have been $60 in the first place. It's finally going to get its time to shine, and the game shouldn't have been reduced so much in price in the first place, considering how good the game is. So there's two sides to it, and I can see both sides. In terms of my own opinion, guys, it's hard for me to actually give any way that I think outside of if you want to buy the game cheaper, you can get the game cheaper. If portability is important to you, then you'll pay the extra money for portability, just like people paid for Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Nintendo 3DS. For those who want the game portable, they pay a little bit extra. For those who want to just play the game on the TV, it's not that big of a deal to have some of the stuff that the Switch offers when it comes to Funky Kong, increased resolution, and some other little things. Loading times are a lot faster on the Nintendo Switch. For those who don't care or don't want that, you can still buy the Wii U version of the game if you want the Wii U version of the game. So there is a version for everyone. If it's too expensive on the Switch, get the Wii U version. If you care about portability and you don't mind paying extra, then you can pay for it on the Switch. So that's kind of my thought on the whole matter. What do you guys think about this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, now moving on to the next topic here. Crema Games has announced a Pokemon-inspired multiplayer creature collection game called Temtem. So this is going to be very interesting how this game turns out. So Crema Games, the studio behind Immortal Arnek, has announced Temtem, a massively multiplayer creature collection adventure game inspired by Pokemon. Now the platforms were not announced. Quote, "Seek adventure at the lovely Airborne Palace along with your Temtem squad," reads the teaser trailer's YouTube video description. "Catch every Temtem, battle other trainers, customize your house, join a friend's adventure, or explore the online living world. A Kickstarter campaign for Temtem will go live on May 29th. And yo, I'm all about this. I don't know if I'm going to back the Kickstarter as of yet. I have to see more of the rewards and what platforms it's going to be on and what they're doing there with the gameplay. But so far, so good. People have wanted an MMO Pokemon type of experience for multiple years now. This is something that people have been saying the Pokemon Company should do, and the Pokemon Company definitely doesn't want to do a real MMO, and this seems to be more in line with that. So I really want to see how it goes. I want to see how it progresses. It looks a lot like Pokemon. The character designs are not as good as Pokemon for the most part, but they're still not bad. They're not bad at all, and I think that this game could be a lot of fun to play as an alternative to Pokemon. Now, what's going to be key here is platforms. The developers need to make sure that they can make a Switch version of this game. Pokemon is huge on the Switch, and I think some people would be very interested in buying this if there's a Switch option. And we have seen over the years that sometimes Kickstarters, they make the Switch version, which would probably appeal to the most people for the type of game that they're doing. They make it the hardest to obtain. They make it like the last stretch goal or something like that, or one of the goals after the initial base platforms, which is somewhat understandable with the types of platforms that they're developing on. Obviously, it's PC, and porting to PS4 is a lot easier than to port to the Nintendo Switch, considering their architecture. But at the same time, you have to realize your audience and what you're going for and take that risk. Take that calculated risk with more people who want a Switch version backing it in the first place. So we'll see what happens here. The developers have been a bit coy on platforms and what's going on. I think that this has a lot of potential to be pretty good, but we'll have to wait and see what they do with the gameplay, and we see more of it. But May 29th is the day. I'll be following this game closely, and of course a lot of you guys are probably going to be interested in this, considering how many of you guys said that there needs to be MMO aspects to a Pokemon game. Well, maybe this can be it for you. So what do you guys think about this when it comes to Temtem coming to Kickstarter on May 29th? Will you back the game if it's solid and it comes to the Switch, or will you just back the game, period? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, now moving on to the next topic here. Dark Souls Remastered PS4 and Xbox One network test is set for May 11th and May 12th. Plus, we have one shiny new screenshot. So the network test for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions of Dark Souls Remastered will run on May 11th and May 12th. From Software has announced. The large-scale network stress test will be free to download and play, and is meant to ensure that the game will be able to manage its online capabilities on the day of release. Now, here is when it will run based on the region. I'll have a clip out for you guys in terms of the times for Japan and also for North America and Europe. For North America, which many of you guys are going to be playing this on, May 11th, 6 p.m. PT to 12 a.m. PT, and then on May 12th, 6 p.m. PT to 12 a.m. PT as well. Now, we don't have information when it comes to Europe, which is a bit unfortunate. We don't know exactly when the times will be. When I get an update on that, make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'll make sure to update you guys for all my European dudes out there who want to play the game as well. So once we get that information, I'll be more than happy to share that with you guys. Now, the network test for the Nintendo Switch version of Dark Souls Remastered will be held at a later date that's closer to launch, and that's what Bandai Namco has already stated. Dark Souls Remastered is due out for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC via Steam on May 25th. The Nintendo Switch version is coming this summer, and you guys have checked out that one new screenshot as well. So this is interesting with this stress test, right, guys? You get 2 days, May 11th and May 12th, in order to play this for a good amount of time, 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. on either one of these days. So not a ton of time, but still a number of hours, 6 hours there to play the game, 12 hours in total when you count both days. So not bad at all, not bad at all, and they're going to get some valuable data from this. So if you want to get in on this stress test, make sure you're there May 11th and May 12th. That is coming up in a couple weeks here, guys. And I know one thing, I'm going to be waiting out for the Nintendo Switch version of the game. I might play the stress test, depends on my schedule for the day, how many videos I'm going to do, and all that stuff, so the workload. So I might or might not play, because I already know some of you guys are asking, hey, OJ, are you going to play, you know, the stress test and all that? You're going to stream it? So I might or I might not, depending on what I need to do. Nights are usually heavy editing for me, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to play this because it runs from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. and I go to sleep early, guys. I edit pretty much through the evening, and then I go to sleep. So it's going to be tough for me to get into this, but at the same time, we'll wait and see for the Nintendo Switch version what they're going to do there. I'll probably just kind of wait out for that and see how the stress test is once they get all that situated, but we'll just have to wait and see. I might jump into the stress test. Like I said, it just really depends on my workload and what I've gotten done and everything. But I know a lot of you guys out there are really excited and looking forward to Dark Souls Remastered on the PS4 and the Xbox One PC via Steam May 25th. May is absolutely packed for video games, guys. When it comes to Switch, PS4, and Xbox One, we got Street Fighter collections, we got Mega Man collections, we got a lot of good ports coming over from Hyrule Wars Definitive Edition, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. There's just a ton of games coming out in May. Fallen Legion, Rise to Glory as well. I talked about that game recently, and there's more. Runner 3, oh my gosh, Runner 3 is coming out this month as well. So a lot of good stuff coming in May, guys, and I'm looking forward to all the cool games. So what do you guys think about Dark Souls Remastered, the stress test? Also, what do you think about the Pokemon-inspired game Temtem coming to Kickstarter? And of course, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze being removed from the Wii U eShop? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the internet in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.